Did you know that around 40% of our daily actions are habits? That's right. Almost half of what we do each day is on autopilot. Imagine if you could control these habits to work in your favor. It's possible, and behavioral psychology holds the key. Shocking fact. Studies show that only 8% of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions. Why? Because most don't know the science behind habit formation. But don't worry. You're about to learn some powerful tricks that can help you master your habits. In this video, we'll dive into 6 unique behavioral psychology strategies. These aren't your typical tips. We're talking about micro-habits, cognitive reframing, and even loss aversion. You'll discover how tiny tweaks can lead to big changes, how to reframe your mind for success, and how to use the fear of loss to stay motivated. We'll also explore the habit loop hack, a simple way to disrupt bad habits and build new ones. Plus, you'll learn how to shape your environment for success and use social dynamics to your advantage. Get ready to unlock the secrets to controlling your habits. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to transform your daily routines and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and take control of your habits for good. Chapter 1. The Power of Tiny Tweaks, Micro-Habit Mastery. When it comes to changing habits, the secret lies in tiny tweaks. It's amazing how small changes can lead to big results. The concept of micro-habits is all about making adjustments that are so small, they feel almost effortless. Think about this. Instead of aiming to read an entire book in a week, start with a goal of reading just 1 page a day. Research shows that making goals this small can reduce the resistance we often feel towards new habits. In fact, according to B.J. Fogg, author of Tiny Habits, making your new habit tiny increases your chances of success. Here's an interesting fact. It takes about 66 days on average to form a new habit, according to a study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology. But starting small can make those days feel less daunting. The idea is to build momentum with these small wins, which can then lead to bigger changes over time. Let's consider exercising. Instead of committing to a 30-minute workout right away, start with just 5 minutes. This tiny tweak makes it easier to start, and often, once you begin, you'll find the motivation to keep going longer than planned. Another key strategy is to anchor your new micro-habit to an existing routine. For instance, if you want to start flossing your teeth, do it right after brushing. This technique, known as habit stacking, was popularized by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. He explains that by linking a new habit to an established one, you can create a reliable trigger for the new behavior. Here's a quote from Clear that perfectly captures this idea. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. By creating a system of tiny tweaks, you're setting yourself up for sustainable success. So, next time you want to develop a new habit, think small. Start with tiny tweaks, and watch how they accumulate into powerful changes over time. Chapter 2. Cognitive Reframing. Change your mindset, change your habits. Our minds are powerful tools in shaping our habits. One effective strategy is cognitive reframing, which means changing the way you think about a situation. This shift in perspective can have a huge impact on your behavior. For example, let's say you want to quit smoking. Instead of thinking of it as depriving yourself, reframe it as a positive step towards a healthier life. This shift can make the challenge seem more manageable and even exciting. According to a study in the Journal of Substance Abuse Treatment, cognitive reframing can significantly improve the success rates of addiction treatment. Dr. Carol Dweck's research on mindset is another excellent example. In her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, she explains how a growth mindset, believing that abilities and intelligence can be developed, can lead to better learning and habit formation. Embracing this mindset can turn failures into opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. A practical tip for cognitive reframing is to use positive language. Instead of saying, "I can't eat junk food," say, "I choose to eat healthy foods." This subtle change in wording can make a big difference in how you perceive your actions. Another powerful tool is visualization. Imagine yourself successfully performing the new habit. Athletes often use this technique to improve performance. Studies have shown that visualization can activate the same brain regions as actually performing the action, making it a valuable tool for habit formation. Here's a unique fact. A study in psychological science found that imagining a bright future can help increase motivation and persistence in reaching goals. So, take a moment each day to visualize your success. Dr. Martin Seligman, known for his work in positive psychology, suggests focusing on past successes to build confidence. Reflect on times when you successfully changed a habit before. This can boost your belief in your ability to make changes now. Chapter 3. Behavioral Economics Using Loss Aversion to Your Advantage. Did you know that people are more motivated by the fear of loss than the prospect of gain? This concept is called loss aversion, and it's a key principle in behavioral economics. Essentially, the pain of losing something is twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining something. Understanding this can help you control your habits. One practical way to use loss aversion is through commitment contracts. A study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that people who risked their own money to achieve a goal were more likely to succeed. For example, you could put a sum of money in a commitment app, like StickK, which you only get back if you meet your habit goals. If you don't, the money goes to a charity you dislike. Another strategy is to leverage social accountability. Tell a friend or family member about your goal and the consequences if you fail. This social pressure can be a powerful motivator. According to a study published in Psychological Science, people who share their goals with others are more likely to achieve them because they don't want to lose face. Here's a fun fact. The website Beeminder tracks your progress and charges you money if you don't stick to your goals. The threat of losing money can be surprisingly effective in keeping you on track. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize-winning author of Thinking, Fast and Slow, explains how our aversion to loss can be harnessed to build better habits. He says, "We dislike losing twice as much as we like gaining, so use that to your advantage." Another technique is to visualize the negative outcomes of not changing your habit. For instance, if you're trying to quit smoking, picture the potential health consequences vividly. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that this can increase your motivation to stick to your goals. Chapter 4. The Habit Loop Hack: Disrupting and Redesigning Routine Cycles. Habits work in loops. Cue, routine, reward. This concept, outlined by Charles Duhigg in The Power of Habit, can be hacked to help you control your habits. By understanding and manipulating each part of the loop, you can break bad habits and build good ones. First, identify the cue that triggers your habit. It could be a time of day, an emotion, or a specific location. For example, if you find yourself snacking every afternoon, the time might be your cue. According to a study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, recognizing these cues is the first step to changing your behavior. Next, analyze the routine. What do you do in response to the cue? In our snacking example, the routine is grabbing a snack. Understanding this helps you identify what needs to change. Then, look at the reward. What satisfaction do you get from this routine? Maybe the snack gives you a break or satisfies hunger. Duhigg explains that you need to replace the routine with a new one that delivers a similar reward. So, instead of snacking, you could take a short walk or eat a healthy alternative. Here's a unique strategy. Use implementation intentions. This means planning out in detail what you will do when faced with a cue. For example, if you're trying to exercise more, you could plan, if it's 6 p.m., I will go for a run. Research from the British Journal of Health Psychology shows that this can double your chances of success. Another tip is to make the new routine enjoyable. The more you enjoy the new habit, the easier it will be to stick with it. According to a study in health psychology, positive emotions play a crucial role in habit formation. You can also use the 2-minute rule, popularized by James Clear. Start the new habit by doing it for just 2 minutes. This makes it easier to begin, and often you'll find yourself continuing beyond the initial 2 minutes. Duhigg emphasizes the importance of believing in the possibility of change. He says, belief is the ingredient that makes a reworked habit loop into a permanent behavior. So, have faith in your ability to redesign your habits. Chapter 5. Environmental Engineering: Shaping Your Surroundings for Success. Our environment has a profound impact on our habits. By engineering your surroundings, you can make it easier to stick to good habits and break bad ones. This strategy is all about creating a space that supports your goals. Start by removing triggers for bad habits. If you want to eat healthier, clear out junk food from your kitchen. A study from Cornell University found that people who kept fruit visible in their kitchens ate more fruit than those who didn't. Next, make cues for good habits more obvious. If you want to exercise in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, calls this priming your environment. He explains that making the desired behavior easier to start increases the likelihood of following through. Here's an interesting fact. A study published in the Journal of Environmental Psychology found that people are more productive and happier in environments with natural light and plants. So, add some greenery to your workspace to boost your mood and productivity. Use the concept of environmental defaults to your advantage. For instance, if you're trying to read more, place books in various places around your home where you can easily pick them up. This technique can make the desired behavior the path of least resistance. You can also employ the strategy of temptation bundling, which involves pairing a habit you need to do with one you want to do. For example, only listen to your favorite podcast while exercising. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that this can significantly increase the likelihood of performing the less enjoyable activity. A unique fact: according to a study in the Annual Review of Psychology, people are more likely to stick to their habits when their environment consistently supports them. Consistency in cues and rewards helps reinforce the behavior over time. As Gretchen Rubin, author of Better Than Before, puts it, what we do every day matters more than what we do once in a while. By shaping your environment to support daily habits, you create a sustainable path to success. Chapter 6: Social Sculpting, Leveraging Social Dynamics for Behavioral Change. Our social environment plays a crucial role in shaping our habits. By leveraging social dynamics, you can harness the power of relationships to support your goals. This strategy focuses on using social connections to build better habits. One effective technique is to create accountability partnerships. Find a friend or family member with similar goals and check in with each other regularly. A study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that people who had accountability partners were more likely to achieve their goals than those who didn't. Social commitments can also be powerful motivators. Publicly committing to a goal, such as on social media or to a group of friends, increases the pressure to follow through. According to a study published in Psychological Science, making a public commitment significantly boosts the likelihood of success. Here's an interesting fact. A study from the New England Journal of Medicine found that social networks can influence habits like smoking cessation and weight loss. If your friends and family support your healthy habits, you're more likely to succeed. Join groups or communities that share your goals. Whether it's a fitness class, a book club, or an online forum, being part of a group with similar interests can provide motivation and support. According to the American Psychological Association, social support is a key factor in maintaining healthy habits. You can also use the strategy of social modeling. Surround yourself with people who already exhibit the habits you want to adopt. Seeing others succeed can inspire you to follow their lead. Albert Bandura, a renowned psychologist, emphasizes the power of observational learning, stating, "People can learn through observation and imitation." Another unique approach is to engage in prosocial behavior. Helping others achieve their goals can reinforce your own commitment to your habits. A study in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that prosocial behavior can enhance well-being and motivation. Here's a quote from Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit. "The habits of a community have a far greater impact on an individual's behavior than anything else." By leveraging social dynamics, you can create a supportive network that fosters positive habits.